Well, they said it was going to be fast at Perth Stadium this week. No one expected it to be this fast, as 19 wickets have fallen at the first day here at the Ashes. England bowled out for 172. A disaster, you might think. Well, you think wrong, because Australia, in reply, are 123 for 9. 49 runs still behind England, only needing 1 wicket before they bat again. And the hero of the day? Well, for England, it's all of them. But the main man was Ben Stokes. He claimed his 6th 5-wicket haul in an England shirt, and this was a day where he was the 5th bowler. He was meant to be the bit part player, coming on in the 28th over. The big guns, the superstars, had already been and gone. Mark Wood and Jofra Archer, bowling together for only the 2nd time in a test match, were fast. They were up at 90 miles an hour the whole time, roughing up some Australian batters, and they did a very good job at it as well, because at 69 for 4, when Ben Stokes entered the attack, well, the match went from it being in the balance to firmly in England's favour. In Ben Stokes' first 2 overs, he got rid of Travis Head and Cameron Green, before he claimed 3 quick wickets in quick succession right at the end of the day's play to leave Australia a long way behind. But how did it all begin? Well, with a bit of a bang. England won the toss and elected to bat. An unusual move for England, who often prefer to bowl first under Stokes and McCullum. Also an unusual move for Stokes and McCullum is they didn't pick a spinner. Sherb Bashir, as expected, was left out of the starting 11, which meant England picked 5 quick bowlers. They had Jofra Archer, Mark Wood, Bryden Cast, Gus Atkinson and Stokes himself. Despite that, they went, nah, we'll have first use of this Perth Stadium pitch. All 5 test matches that have been played at this location have been won by the team batting first. Whether that played a role in their decision, we'll never know. But it didn't look like the best decision to begin with when Zach Crawley, in the very first over of the Ashes, 6th ball, edged to the first slip. Usman Khawaja just about holding on to leave England 0 for 1. And things just continued to get worse for England. Ben Duckett was gone shortly after a promising start. Joe Root, he went for a duck. This whole storyline of can he finally end his century drought here in Australia? Well, he was 100 runs short today. And all in all, it looked like it was going to be a case of we've all got our expectations and hopes up again, and we're all going to be let down, because England, well, they were falling in a heap. When Harry Brook went, things had stabilised a little bit. We're at around 160, 150 for 5, and you thought, you know what? This could be a good day for England. Brook was batting beautifully. The second ball after lunch, he ran down the track and smashed it for 6 over extra cover. And it was the kind of perfect, intoxicating cricket that this English team occasionally plays. But Australia changed tactics. The grounds here in Australia, for those of you who don't know, are massive. Way bigger than they are back home in England. The boundaries here today were 82 metres either side. That is literally the biggest they can possibly be according to the ICC regulations. That's the governing body that runs the sport. So, when England often like to play attacking cricket and try and hit the ball for 6, whilst in England it will go for 6, in Australia it's going to be out, and that's exactly what happened today. So, was it a bad showing from England? Well, at the time it felt like it was, but we've been wrong before and we'll be wrong again, because this wicket at Perth is lively, it's quick, it's bouncy, and batting was incredibly difficult. No more so than when the Australian batting lineup had to face Jofra Archer with the new ball in his hand. Second ball of the innings to Jake Weatherald, who was on debut for Australia. It wasn't the greatest moment for the new batter. He was struck on the front pad, he fell over as a result, and to add insult to injury, he was given out LBW. So duck for him on debut. Both openers for Australia and England gone for 0. But again, it looked like it just wasn't going to be England's day, because they bowled beautifully well. Gus Atkinson was paired up with Jofra Archer, and they were beating the bat time and time again. It took Australia 28 balls to score their first run, but they were still there, they were still batting. Then England brought Mark Wood into bowl. He hadn't played a test match in over a year, and he was immediately bowling more than 90 miles an hour. It was spectacular bowling. It just wasn't bringing the wickets England needed until it did. All in all, it was a spectacular day's play. It looked as if towards the end Australia might have been able to just reach the end of the day's play with the game in the balance, but no. That's when Ben Stokes stepped up. He came into the attack in the 28th over, and all in all, in a match that moved at 100 mile an hour, the bowling was 100 mile an hour as well. The moment of the day, the most dramatic moment of the day, well, that goes to Mark Wood, who, although was wicketless on his first day back in England colours, well, he produced a vicious bouncer that struck Cameron Green directly in the grill, and as the batter kind of swayed, staggered backwards, he somehow managed to avoid his stumps and didn't tread on them. He remained at the crease, until he was out via Ben Stokes shortly after. It's been a spectacular day. It's been a remarkable day's play cricket where, if I'm honest, I don't know if it's going to get any more exciting than this. So if this is the one day you've paid attention to, you've picked a good one. England ahead. There's a chance they are still going to win this Ashes. That sounded overly negative from me. England are ahead. There's a chance they're about to do something spectacular, historic. Ben Stokes and Brendan McCullum have said this is the biggest series of their lives. Well, they've got England off to a good start.